Hello and welcome again to this edition of Phi TV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We are coming to you during the committee weeks leading up to the 2022 Florida legislative session. We are joined by our friend, Representative Scott Plakon, longtime fighter for the business community, amongst a million other things. Representative Plakon, thanks for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me, Brad. And of course, you and I have worked together on many issues for many years, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk to the viewers.
It's great to have you on. Okay, so what are you working on this year?
Well, the first thing on the agenda is a special session coming up very soon here, and I think the governor's doing the exact right thing with banning these masks and mandates. I don't know what has happened to our country where people in big government want to take away our freedom to make personal medical decisions, but nonetheless, we have it, and I'm glad that America's governor is standing up for the free state of Florida. And I think I made a comment in the media recently on the special session on preserving our freedoms. My only regret is that I have but one vote to give.
Right. Well, we know that Representative, you stand in the gap on so many great issues. Tell us about an issue that you're working on beyond the special session.
Well, in the spring we passed the compact with the Seminole Indians, and I've been involved with the Center for Compulsive Gambling for many, many years, and they get about $1.5 million funding per year. Mainly as a result of the tribe and some of the parimutuels. Well, if we have made a decision to expand gambling in the state of Florida, I think we should expand funding to help mitigate some of the effects on some families. So I have a bill I just filed that creates an equation, which would be sort of revenue neutral at this point, but as the gambling grows, it would fund more remediation of the 888 admitted line most of your viewers may have seen. I just think we should expand that. So I filed that already. Then I also, working with the sheriffs and the prosecutors, in 1972, under the Democrat-controlled legislature, it was authorized where a drug dealer that results in a death can get a first-degree felony. And because of some lack of clarity in the law, it's been difficult to prosecute. So I have House Bill 95 to help clarify that, to give that tool in their toolbox. Because if a drug dealer for profit causes a death of a Floridian, I think the penalties should be harsh.
Yeah. Well, Representative Plakon, we think about going back to the addiction issues with gambling. You and I worked together in some of my previous roles where we worked in favor of Florida's economy against mega casinos and things like that. But addiction is a very real thing, and most addictions that people see are typically deal with substances, alcohol, and things like that. But that gambling addiction is such an important one. Thank you for everything you're doing on that. And then as we think about drug dealers and fatalities, when you work with the sheriff's office, how big of an ally are they to you when you're bringing those issues to the legislature?
Well, I sat down with the sheriffs and the prosecutors and came up with the wording on how to make, based on their experience of difficulty in prosecuting these cases, the appropriate words that would put that in their toolbox.
Yeah, well, thank you for fighting for two amazing causes and obviously supporting the governor on keeping Florida free.
I chair judicial appropriations, justice appropriations, so a lot of my time is going to be taken up. We have about a $6 billion budget, includes the prison system. There are some big issues there to be solved, and really the Attorney General, the prosecutors, defenders, FDLE. So that's a very, public safety I think is the most important silo. Maybe I'm biased, but I'm honored to be able to chair that. And in my last session, I'm honored to be chairing that committee. Yes, Brad, term limits finally have hunted me down after 12 years. And as you know, I'm supporting my wife's successor in this race, and I like her chances.
Well, more Plakons in the process always works well for Florida, and thank you for your time of service. Thank you for your leadership on a myriad of issues. We're grateful we get just a little bit more time with you, and we look forward to that Plakon legacy living on in the legislature.
Maybe even an upgrade coming here for District 29 in the state.
You are so self-deprecating, and we're grateful for your time and your service. Thanks for coming on Phi TV.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate you, sir. That's all the time we have for this great interview. For more just like this one, make sure you hit us up on our social media feeds. And for now, thanks for tuning in.